Hey, what's up, guys? It's Pint over here. So once again, I just want to get a quick overview on the access that I got from Google. So recently, I did apply for Google for the new project that Google is developing, and then I was actually submitted to get access. And then I'm so excited that I was finally got access to test how Google Project IDX IDE, let's say the new version of Visual Studio. So, but this time it's not from Microsoft, but it's from Google. So this morning I just wake up and I've seen that I received an email from Google, as you guys can see here, stating that look, you do have access to start using the IDE for Google, which is they call it IDX. So I just decided to do a very quick video in order to show you guys how everything is working. So, but there is one question that's gonna actually stand out: is Visual Studio Code will die? This is something that we're going to find out since that this is the web-based version. So it's quite powerful. I've been testing it already, and then I feel like, to be honest with you guys, currently it's promising, right? It's really promising. So let me just jump into this to idxgoogle.com page. So this is how it's look like, nice. And then one thing that we will be able to see it here, we'll be able to integrate to build actually Angular project Next.js, Astro, React, and Svelte, right? I believe that in the future they might include another frameworks, right? And Vue.js as well. So let me see if I click here, for instance. Okay, I can also start the Vue.js project without a problem. Solid.js, pre-React, and Pick and Next. So basically, all the framework that we use in the industry, they included all of that. But that's one thing that I also like it, right? Because we don't need to actually run the frameworks locally if you don't want. We can import our project from GitHub straightforward. And this is something that I'm gonna do right now in order to see how everything is going to work. And then there is one thing that's stand out here. They also included, wow, which is actually promising, eh? They also included, if I go back again, I don't know why it doesn't show it. If I expand that, okay, I need to click here because I was actually selecting the web app. So the backend, they also include Go, Python, Node Express, Rust, Laravel, and Python Django. Wow, which is nice, right? So now if I go to mobile, they also include the Flutter. So which means that we can actually start building projects, iOS and Android projects from start. So this is quite cool. There is this section which they call AI, and maybe this is one of the version of Google, the ChatGPT version of Google. And I find it this is quite nice. We will test it. I don't know how does everything is integrated now, but it's look like it's promising, which is quite nice as well. And Palm API, so we can actually consume the API. Let me see here on the details. So if I click details, we're going to get some information, maybe on how we can actually consume this API, which is quite cool. Yeah, but we're not here to actually consume an API. We're here to actually test how this IDE from Google, which they call it Project IDX, is actually working. So one thing that I'm gonna do right now is basically to import any my project. So they says that I have to import my Git repo. Wow. So which means that I can actually import my project from GitHub, and then we'll see. So I'm just gonna go to my account on GitHub, and I'm just gonna look for any project here. So let me see which one am I going to uh I don't know. Okay, cool. So let me see what we do have here. I just want to see um which project am I going to import? Oops, there is a basically there is a motorbike passing into my road. Sorry if the noise is disturbing. So yeah, let me just grasp this one. I'm not sure. So from what I can see, oh, there is nothing here. So let me go again. And yeah, I'll just maybe import this. This is actually my React Native project that I'm currently building. Okay, cool. So from what I guess I have to grab the URL from that project, or maybe I can get the URL here to be more safe. And then I'll go and then I'll pass it here. It says what? This is a flat app. Okay, so I don't want to do that. So I have to select, definitely I have to select because this one was built by, let me see, this is React Native, right? I believe that this is a React Native. If I go to my source code, yeah, I believe that this is a React Native project, which I don't see it here. They don't have any React Native, which is kind of like sad because they only included Flutter here for mobile. Uh, yeah, but let me just import the project. I have to go back here and then I will import. Yes. I don't know why they say this is a Flutter app, but I haven't selected Flutter app yet. So let me just import this guy. And then it says that the IDX currently has a limit of 2 workspace per user. Please delete the one or more workspace before continuing. Okay, so I have to delete that one because as I stated, I was actually, okay, so I have to delete this one. Let me delete this one and then I'll delete, so I say delete. I hope it doesn't delete. This action cannot be undo. Yes, enter delete. I have to write delete. That's okay. Yes, delete. And then I can actually delete also this one. Let's see. Okay, cool. So now maybe now I can actually import. If I'm not mistaken, let me go back again and then let me grab the URL for this repo. And then I will start to import, which is actually importing, which is cool. So which means that we can actually start working these projects from the web. This is a web IDE, which is something very, very cool. So it's actually loading my workspace. So let's just see once it's finalized how everything is going to look like, right? So this project IDE from Google is quite exciting, right? So which means that if I'm not mistaken, this is a new competitor for the Visual Studio VSCode, if I may say like that. Okay, it's looked like Visual Studio Code, to be honest. So it's loading the projects. So currently I don't have anything here, which is strange. But let's just give it a time. Maybe it's loading. Okay, it's cloning the, oh, nice. So we don't need to, okay, nice. It's doing on the background, it's actually cloning the, nice. That's nice. That's really cool. So what's happening here? So it's loading the projects. So it's loaded the projects and then disappears, showing me. So I mentioned ID configuration file is required to configure embedded previews Read the doc for information on configuration one web. Okay, that's cool. I'll do it later on. Okay, let me just open it and see what exactly Google wants us to do. Enable the configuration of private environment. To preview your app in Workspace, you must configure your private environment. Okay, enable privacy. Okay, okay, cool. So I just need to create this file here. Okay, cool. Okay, do I have this file already here? There is one thing that I wanna check if I have this file available already here, which it looks like I don't have it. Okay, okay, the client app is here and the server app is also running here. So there is one thing that I'm not getting. Let's say, for instance, if I want to run this project, how does it going to look like, right? So let me just try to get the terminal. Oh, definitely, guys, this looks like a Visual Studio Code. So let me just do ls here. Then I'll say cd educare client, and then I will clear, and then I'll say npm run. I said def, is it def? Ah, no, shouldn't be, if I'm not mistaken, should be yarn start because I'm using yarn here. And then it says webpack. What the hell? It says that yarn is not installed, but available in the following package. Pick one to run it. Package maybe, not brew age. So let me cancel that command and I will do that again. So let's see. Is it .NET run? Okay, so let me just go back on that file. Oops, it shouldn't be. So I will say cd alias not cd alias. What am I thinking now? Alias, and then I will cd educare server. So cool. I'll just pass it there. Cool. It says what educare server command was not found. What do you mean? I did cd and then educare.server. Okay, cool. And I will just say .NET and I'll try to run it. I'm not sure. I think I have to configure all these commands. It says that .NET is not, which is quite weird because I have this project configured already. So now I'm not sure if the version of .NET that I do have it that is existing on that I initialize on this project will be. But let's just say that .NET. Okay, cool. Okay, okay. It says that the download a .NET SDK, but I do have a .NET SDK. Why is it? Let me see what message. This is quite annoying, because this project is already set it up. It says that .NET is not installed, but available in the following package. Pick it to run it. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so it seems like I have to set up a couple of configuration on this environment, which is quite sad because locally I have all these projects set it up already. Yeah, but it's look promising. So we have a Git here, we have extensions section here. Yeah, it's quite promising to be honest. And now I just want to see if I say new projects. What is that? I want to start a new project into file. Okay, new Windows. So now I do not want to import any project anymore, but instead I want to create a brand new project. How does this thing's working? It's look like a little bit buggy, to be honest. What? Okay, cool. Let's say if I want to start a new project, what should I do? Okay, open dashboard. I'll open it. Okay, cool. This is the thing that I want to do. And then let's say now if we want to initialize a project using next, I will just call it next test project, right? Cool. And now I just need a simple JavaScript. It says that use a source directory, yes. Use ESLint, yes. Oh, it gave you an option already. Okay, which is nice. Use app router and then Tailwind. It says that they did include um, all the let's say CSS framework. They only specifies that I have to use Tailwind, which is said. But let's see if that is only related to Next. Maybe that's why. Let's see if I start to initialize. Okay, they don't specify any CSS here. Framework. If I click Angular, for instance, they doesn't specify. Okay, cool. So which means that there is also another way that we can include. So JavaScript, as I stated, source directory, yes, yes, link, yes, use app route, yes, and then I'll just say test app, and then I'll click it. So it's actually initializing my project. So it's loading the projects. It's actually loading the workspace. So the previous one we tested by importing the project from the GitHub, which worked perfectly. I'm wondering that I think I'm gonna be able also to actually import any projects from Google, um, not from Google, from Azure, for instance. So the environment is building. So let's just wait until this environment is finalized. So it's taking time to initialize the project. I'm not sure why, but let's just wait and see how this environment will be set up. Because I believe that if I was able to build this system locally, it shouldn't be taking me too long. But this is something that I'm actually quite annoying to see. That is taking long time. Okay, the workspace is being done. So the application is set it up. Uh, they have already the node module file created. We do have a source. Okay, I don't know why at the first time when I want to initialize the project, it's actually show a glitching, but it's all good. So this is a README file, which is actually set it up. And then the Tailwind file configuration is also set it up. And we also have a preview right here. So the module dot export the content is already configured, which is cool. And then it's look like we can actually preview the project on this side. But let's say if I don't want to preview it here, am I going to be able to open another tab? Yes, I will. Oh, which is nice. Okay, that's cool. So which means that I don't need necessarily has to use this preview window. So guys, as I mentioned, that the projects actually, this is quite promising, because everything is on cloud. This is something that as a developer we have to play with and try to see how this thing will be impact. But it's quite promising. It's a nice product that Google is building. So it's going to be the next competitor for Visual VS Code. And yeah, so we basically you can run your projects on cloud, and then everything is gonna be up and running. Definitely, I like it. So the project here, I have my Next.js projects initialized. If I go to the package JSON, I just want to see which dependencies they did install. Currently, they didn't install any dependency yet, which is quite cool. Configuration for okay for the post CSS, that's fine. The tailwind is set it up. Guys, this is something very promising, eh? You just have to explore more and more. This is quite so the public the node modules file is here. So layout. So guys, this is something that I believe that I will start working. I'm gonna start using for now on because everything is on the web. I believe that once you create project here, it's very easy to deploy it. Yeah, it's quite promising. I did like it. So one thing that I want to test it now is how if I want to use, let's say, what is it? We can use Firebase straightforward from here, which is fine. So let me just connect. And then it says what? Amazon app. Okay, this is some Firebase database that I create on Firebase. So let's say I want to connect to Amazon app. And it says as continue, connect to Firebase project. Continue below to grant the workspace service account the following permission on your Firebase project. And then it says test app, okay, test, this is the name of my application. And Firebase develop admin cloud function service account user, which is fine. So the database that I want to connect is this one. So now I can just do connect. I'm wondering if in the future they will also include database like a MySQL database or other database existing on the market. Because from what I can see, they're only using Firebase because it's a Google database platform. So it's look like I'm actually connected. My application is connected to the database, but it says that deploy your app with Firebase hosting, a high performance static web host backed by a global CDN. Okay, cool. But I connected, at least they should have prompt information stating that okay, you are already connected to your database, but it doesn't show me. It just show open. Okay, let me open and I try to see what they. Okay, they will open my database, which is cool as well. Okay, guys, it's quite promising, especially for developers. As I stated, I wanted to see more database to be included on the same way that they set it up everything here. Okay, initialization, let me see. Okay, there is something on my terminal. It says what Firebase, you are about to initialize a Firebase project in this directory. Okay, home, user, test app. Okay, cool. Oh, that's nice. And then the Firebase initialize. Now we're talking about. Oh, that's nice, guys. And then I can deploy to live. That's really powerful, I have to be honest. So it's loading, creating automatic production build. Okay, cool. Documentation, file a bug, submit the feature. Okay, cool. We love to. Okay, cool. It's currently loading. Complete successfully. Okay, check. Collecting page data, generating, which is nice. Collecting build traces. Yeah, nice guys. This is very powerful. This is definitely very, very powerful. And it's deploying it. They created the build and then now they're deploying. I just want to see if I'll be able to access this database once the deployment version is done. So it's currently loading. It's taking some time. And then it's done. It said I failed deploy to live. Why? And then I have a couple of information here. Function, preparing code base, Firebase. Okay, deployment. Ensure APIs, Cloudflare. Okay, it seems like I wasn't able to connect to that or to deploy my database. I'm not sure why is that. And then I don't want to explore because this is the testing purpose. I don't want to explore why. But as you guys can see, we'll be able to actually start working from this Google Project IDX ID. So the last test that I want to do is basically to start to initialize a project, mobile or iOS or mobile project, and see how everything will look like. So let me just go open the dashboard again. Cool. And remember, guys, this is a new version. This is a better version of this IDE. I believe that Google they're still developing this IDE, and that's why it's quite sad. For instance, if I have only two projects here, I cannot add more projects as per now. I only have a restriction to create only one or two projects, but I believe that in the future we can create as many projects that we want to create, right? So now I just have to delete because I cannot create as many projects as I want to. I'll delete this one as well. Cool, the project is deleted. So the last test that we want to do is to basically create a mobile version of the app. So I'm just gonna do a test again. I'll say test app again, and then I'll create it. So it's setting up the workspace again. It's setting up this time for the for the mobile version, it built very quickly. So it's loading the projects. So my files, they're all created, which is cool. Okay, say what you like. Okay, cool. I don't like anything. Okay, so currently we can also preview here, and then we can preview from web or Android. So it's loading. Okay, we have some sort of emulator created here, but this simulator, it's a little bit ugly. I hope in the future I'll be able to select, let's say if I don't want to use this emulator, I can change it to other emulator. Okay, so maybe I'm also gonna be able to open another page. Whoa, why does it show so big like that? Okay, there is some buggy now. I'm not sure why it's showing the emulator so big. So let me just get away. Okay, there is a bug. Definitely Google. I believe that there is still a lot of work that they are currently working on these projects. But as I stated, guys, it's quite promising. And I believe that in future, when this project is totally developed, we will take a lot of advantage. I hope they will also provide as an open source. We don't need to pay anything to use this IDE. As we know that our uncle Google, they are very greedy, and then they don't allow anyone to start using things for free. Uh, to be joking. Yeah, guys, it's quite promising. This is something that we're going to play. It's the system still be a little bit buggy. I can say that, but it's really promising. So we just have to wait until Google release the final version, and then once that version is released, definitely we're going to start using. It's quite promising, guys. Uh, yeah, so this is the quick video that I want to do on this to show you guys this new project that Google is developed. They call it Project IDX. It's like a Visual Studio Code cousin. So you guys can go there, and then you have to subscribe and wait for the voice list. And then once you guys get accepted by Google to try it, you can actually try it and start using it. I basically got this email from Google stating that I'm able now to start working on the project this morning. So yeah, so guys, this is a quick video that I want to do. I hope you guys like it. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like, and then see you on the next video.